Welcome back YouTube to 5-Minute Stocks on Trading UK with myself, Adam Hill, where I introduce viewers to companies they may not have considered before. Let's take a look at a UK-based company that IPO'd recently, which I believe, not financial advice, could be set for big things over the next few years. Stick with me and I'm going to reveal exactly what you need to be watching out for that will deliver this growth. And as always, I'm going to do that in less than 5 minutes. So let's bring up the clock. The company is called LBG Media. They IPO'd on the 15th of December, and you're going to find them listed on the alternative investment market under ticker symbol LBG. This is a company that interacts with 50%, half of the entire UK population. It is a revenue generating company. More importantly, it's a profitable company, and most importantly, it's a company that brings a very healthy amount of that revenue through to the bottom line. Margins are very good on this one. Now, for those who aren't familiar, a very quick introduction. LBG stands for Lad Bible Group. They are a youth media outlet in the UK who have grown incredibly over the past decade, from a single Facebook page through to a somewhat international brand now. Anyone from the UK will almost certainly be familiar with their content. They operate under 10 key segments or brands that you may be familiar with: Lad Bible, Sport Bible, Gaming Bible, Unilad, Unilad Adventure, Unilad Tech, Odds Bible, Unilad Sound, and then they have Tyler. Each of these niche segments has its own web page and then its own accounts across all social media platforms. Let's take a look at some of the key numbers and some of the key details from the press release regarding the IPO before I explain what it is that you should be watching out for that is going to drive that growth. 360 million market cap as at the 15th of December. As of today, it's more like 400 million pounds. 262 million social media followers. Now, in terms of individuals, Cristiano Ronaldo has the largest combined social media following at about 517 million. 262 puts Lad Bible somewhere on that scale between Beyonce and Ellen DeGeneres, who are at numbers 15 and 16 respectively. The group reaches 2/3 of 18 to 34-year-olds here in the UK. It's a massive market for Lad Bible, and they reach mainly millennials and Gen Z, who advertisers like to pay a premium for. Clients already include Unilever, Disney, Netflix, KFC, and the Armed Forces. They won Media Brand of the Year in 2021. This is much more than just a little Facebook page now that it started out as. If you think of any Hollywood movie, I bet you as part of the promo, you viewed some Lad Bible content. It's a founder-led company. They distribute their content across Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. They have a physical presence in the UK, Australia, New Zealand, and Ireland. In 2020, 94% of group revenue was derived from the UK. They've also started to build out a substantial following in the US without having a physical presence there. Revenue in 2018 was £20 million. That was actually the year that they acquired one of their big competitors, Unilad, and that's why you can see big top line growth in 2019 to £29 million. 2020 was obviously a difficult year. Advertisers cut budgets when the pandemic hit, which explains why growth slowed in 2020. But when quantitative easing put billions of dollars in the hands of consumers, brands recognise that and they upped their digital advertising spend in 2021. This is clear as Lad Bible generated £23 million in the first 6 months of 2021 alone, and they noted that demand remained strong in the second half of the year, although we're still waiting on the official results. During the same period, they boasted EBITDA of £7.196 million, which is an EBITDA margin of 31.2%. I told you the margins were good on this one. So where does the opportunity actually lie? After all, current PE is around 45 at the moment, so we're expecting significant growth already. There are 3 potential catalysts on the horizon that will, in my opinion, transform this into a multi-billion pound company. Number 1, the trend that we are seeing across social media platforms as a whole, monetization. The content creators hold the power at the moment, and platforms are coming up with more and more ways to monetize content. By simply maintaining their current position, revenue is going to spike across the next few years anyway, as platforms battle it out to keep creators happy. Number 2 is expansion into existing markets. LADbible have a presence in Ireland, New Zealand and Australia. These are all developed economies where eyeballs demand a premium. In terms of population, those 3 additional markets have a combined population about half that of the UK, but at the moment only make up less than 6% of group revenue, so a big opportunity to pad that out based on today's numbers alone. And number 3, expansion into the US. This is the one that I think we should be watching closely for. It looks like the most likely route for LADbible. They mentioned that they have built a following in the US already. They have £30 million now burning a hole in their pocket. They have a history of acquisitions, and of course the US is a big market, not just in terms of the number of people at about 5 times the population of the UK, but in terms of the value of that market. If you take Facebook as an example of another digital advertising company, the average revenue per user is double in the US and Canada when compared to Europe, which means that the end user is worth more in the US and advertisers are willing to pay a premium to target those individuals. So a population 5 times the UK, which in terms of advertising revenue per individual is double that seen in Europe, that makes the US an opportunity to 10x current revenue figures, making it a very big prize. That is my 5 minutes on LADbible Group. Let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments. Don't forget, check out more 5-minute stocks by subscribing to the channel now.